Roger Williams, Texas Congressman, chair of the House Small Business Committee, also member of the House Financial Services Committee. Sir, welcome back to National Report. Let's start with your reaction, if we can, to the tragic story out of North Carolina. Clearly, has caught the attention of President Trump, and he shared his reaction. Wanted to get yours as well.
Well, mine's like his. I mean, and everybody else that saw that. I'm just mortified that we have people on our streets right now that are doing this type of thing, and we're right in getting them and putting them out of commission, basically, so this doesn't happen again. But it's horrifying, and it's sad, and it shouldn't happen in America like this.
Yeah, and there has been calls for, rather, there is a call from the current governor saying more police is needed. But this man had already 14 mugshots and counting, 14 charges and counting, served 5 years behind bars and then some already. There's no issue with policing this man. He's been caught more than a dozen times. This is being pointed to prosecutors. It's being pointed to the judicial process in various districts in terms of this man being out on cashless bail. What are your thoughts on that? The governor says more policing is needed. Is it really the police, or is something needed to change within the judicial process?
Well, I think it's a combination, but law enforcement, they have to support law enforcement. They don't support law enforcement. You have to have law enforcement going against these bad people. You need all hands on deck to preserve, the great life that we have, and a guy like this shouldn't be out. I mean, you mentioned those times he's been out and had his mug shots. I mean, the prime example of what's out on the streets. I mean, 15 to 20 million people. How many are like him? And I think what the president's doing by sending the National Guard in these larger cities is the right thing to do. It's working. Holman's group is working. We got to take the bad guys off the streets. They need to pay for it. I mean, this is a land of law. We're a civilized nation, and we don't need to be supporting people like this guy and others like him. We just need to get them off the streets and let them go where they need to go.
Yeah, just common sense approach, right? Actually punish criminals for their criminal activity.
New concept.
You shared this sentiment on X, and I just wanted to illustrate it for our viewers here. Writing this, under POTUS and House GOP, law and order is back. Violent crime down 45%. Carjackings have plummeted 87%. Overall crime has fallen 15%. And I know, sir, of course, you spend time in your district in Texas, but also spend some time in our nation's capital. Congress is back in session here. Do you feel safer right now when you see the National Guard?
Well, naturally, I didn't ever feel unsafe, to be honest with you, because I live close to the Capitol. But when you see National Guard, you certainly feel safer. And I think the people that come up here deserve to feel safe and enjoy this great city, enjoy the history of our country. So there again, I think that if they want the National Guard in the community, then they should get the National Guard in the community. And people naturally, just by that, are going to feel safer, and that's a good thing.
I wanted to bring up prayer, if I can. I know it's a hard pivot, but we did see the President of the United States at the Museum of the Bible in the nation's capital yesterday. He's aiming to protect religion in schools. And there is a concerted effort in your home state of Texas to implement and protect prayer in the classroom. So it kind of coincide together. Your AG, Ken Paxton, the Attorney General there, put out a recent statement. He said, quote, "In Texas classrooms, we want the Word of God open, the Ten Commandments displayed, and prayers lifted up." I'm not sure if you saw that message from the president as well yesterday, but perhaps your thought on this. There's been a little bit of pushback of separation between church and state, obviously. But Texas, how does Texas feel? How do you view that for your constituents?
Well, it's the way it should be. And first of all, there's no such thing as separation of church and state. That's a made-up thing that the Democrats have made up for years. We need to pray. We're a God-fearing nation. We should pray. Up here in Congress, where I chair the Small Business Committee, we're one of the few committees that actually opens up in prayer. Both sides, we alternate, Democrats, Republicans, on who gives the prayer. But we have to pray that we can do as good as we can do. We have to pray for our country. We're the greatest country in the world. And if America is not strong spiritually, the world's going to implode. So he's doing the right thing. When I grew up in elementary school in the 50s and 60s, we all said a prayer. We all talked about our country. We sang God Bless America. We knew the Star-Spangled Banner. We knew the Pledge of Allegiance. We need to get back to that, because that's the basic backbone of what this country is about. I support the president all the way, and of course in Texas we feel that we need to pray and pray for great things, pray for a great state and a great country.
Information, truth is freedom, is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.